All right. All right. Mm.
I'm a hentai. There you go.
Okay. Okay. Um, I am Galactic as your special guest for today, filling in for E4.
I think we need to take. I think you take the special part and just say you're a guest. Nothing
Nah,
special about you.
nah, nah. Second. All right. So that's oh yeah. Well,
You can
it's
go first, brother.
it's it's the fact that basically you need something to blame, right? So what's the easiest thing to blame? Something that most parents don't even really know about, or they've always been told it's a bad thing at this point, so they're just gonna go with it. So that's it. That's what that is to me. Right. Right. Somebody's kid threw a banana out the window. Okay. Yes, that would be pretty interesting way to argue in court. Yeah.
You know, every time I've heard people claim, I guess blame video games, it just reminds me how not only stupid we Americans can be, how ignorant people are in the news outlets, but it just shows you how just forgetful we are of things. They blame video games because the youth dwells in that more than anything else nowadays. Whether it's on a iPhone, iPad, PlayStation, DS, whatever. Wherever the younger, I guess the young generation, whether they're teenagers or adults, it's what they're in most of. So they use that and saying that's the issue, which is completely false. You said it
Okay.
earlier: music, movies, television. There are, you will hear worse things on a radio in a span of 10 minutes that you could probably see in most games outside of the norm like GTA and Saints Row, shit like that.
You are correct.
That's good.
It
That's
is
good.
absolute garbage. Garbage. That every time I hear these reports, oh, it has to be video games. To a point where I've heard different conflicts about Walmart trying to ban certain things, even though they say it's not true. But and everyone trying to ban this, and it keeps going. Should violent video games be banned? It's like we are banning violent video games, but we allow the shows like The Purge to go just on national television and into theaters. where if you've ever gone to a Purge movie, the majority of people in there are young teenagers and pretty much kids. So,
Okay.
but we give that a pass.
Oh yeah.
Are you out of your
to
fucking mind?
to play devil's advocate, okay. To be fair, there's the rating system, right?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, seems to be ignored in video games, but that's another point.
Oh yeah.
To get to later. But the whole rated R system is part of the argument as to why it's justified for movies and TVs. But I don't know. People just don't seem to take the whole video game rating system seriously, and then they get mad when, well.
I mean, it's ignorance. It's pure ignorance.
Completely.
It's just, it's basically, okay, what does iKid do most? And if you want, and honestly, if you want to go even further and deeper in this, fuck the video games. Children and younger teens are more accessible to YouTube. YouTube World Star.
Yeah.
You find everything on those.
Very valid. Very valid.
There are games out there that predict, that do that type of stuff. GTA. You can literally come home from work, pop in GTA, walk into a street, and bang some shoot some random civilian in the head.
You can.
Yes, sure. You can find that stuff on YouTube, I'm sure.
Yeah.
In real time, in real stakes. Movies. There's been plenty of movies where people just literally go out there and shoot someone for no reason. Plenty of them.
Hell, when you think about it, there's hella killing in Avengers.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Thanos wiped away the entire world with nothing but a snap. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Nothing.
He killed thousands of people.
The plot can be considered a children's movie.
That's the weird part.
You know what's funny with all that? If people, and this is how you know people are ignorant. They always say, I've heard people, and this is legit, I've heard people say that there should be more, I guess, child-friendly, like Disney movies, like Frozen and shit like that. And then when you think about that, did you even know about the actual true Frozen?
Oh,
that Elsa is actually a fucking villain and a monster. She is brutal. But yeah, we don't know this stuff, right?
No, we don't.
Video games are just, they use it because, like I said, it is pretty much one of the things that no matter what device you have, no matter, what you're using, is accessible to you. Whether you're on mobile
entertainment, yeah,
whether you're on mobile gaming, whether you're on, anything, it is just accessible, and they look at it as, well, since it's accessible, it has to be the cause. They look at it as, well, movies you have to get admitted to. Oh, the theater will look at you and say if you're 18 or not. Television, your parents has parental control, and they give all these scapegoats, and then it's like, well, parents have the parental control over games. You don't have to buy the games. These games aren't cheap. They're $60 a pop. There's a rating system, like you said earlier.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
GameStop supposed to check IDs. Actually, everywhere supposed to check IDs. I would know.
Yeah, Walmart did it to me one time.
Fun thing, these movie theaters, right?
Yeah.
Not to cut you off, but
I'm 17, by the way, until 2 weeks from now. But I went to go see. Thank you. I went to go see Good Boys, and we all know that's a rated R Seth Rogen movie.
Oh yeah.
And you're not supposed to see a rated R movie unless you have like an adult, right? It wasn't over 20 with you or something like that.
Yeah.
Dude just took my ticket and was like, all right, bro, go. You good. There's no type of way to check, bro. So it's like, well, if that's the argument with video games, then what the fuck?
But the one more thing before I let you go, Johan, let me just say this right quick.
Yeah.
the biggest issue with all of this is accountability. No one wants to take accountability for anything. Why is it in anywhere? And this is the biggest thing right here probably. Why is it easier to get a gun, any gun, I don't give a fuck what it is, than it is to get a driver's license anywhere that you are?
That actually.
I'll wait.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's a good question.
I'll wait.
That is actually a legit.
The fact
question.
that you can go to a store and almost get a gun and get a gun in maybe 15 minutes, where it takes you months to get a driver's license, and it costs more to get a driver's license as well. Why is that? So where's our accountability on this? But it's video games, right? Come on, man.
Like I said,
these fucking people just out of their minds.
You need something to blame, right?
Hey,
blame something so simple.
Speaking of accountability, I was in the GameStop one time, and I saw this lady, where her son, he looked like, at the time, he probably was like 6, 7, and he was begging his mom for Call of Duty. And she bought it for him. And I was looking at her, I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, I hope you don't come back later like, this game is too violent. I hope the GameStop employee goes, motherfucker, did you not read the bottom of the fucking box? It says M.
Oh, but that's happened. Remember, I used to work at GameStop.
So did I.
It's happened.
Oh my god.
Now, granted, I actually did what was right. Especially if I saw the parents there. Obviously, I didn't want to lose my job. But, you know, I forgot what game it was. I think it may have been Saints Row. One of them. And they asked, the child brought up to me, and I said, you gotta get your parents. He gets his parents. And they just buy it. Now, because at GameStop, the rhetoric is you at least have to tell them what is rated. If it's rated M, you actually have to go down every fucking list and tell them why.
Yeah.
If they're buying it for a child. Yeah. I did that. And they had no issue. They were like, it's fine. He's just going to run around probably. He won't know what to do. He's only like 7. And I sit here and I say to myself, now, if you come to me, when this is all said and done, I am going to just look at you and laugh. Because you did it to yourself. Well, she bought it, and then it never came back. But this is the great thing is accountability. No one's accountable. We're not holding parents accountable. We're not holding America accountable for just allowing this shit that goes on. People deal with depressions, struggles in life every day. It doesn't even take a video game to know what to do. You can just simply have natural life. You've been alive for over 20 plus years. You know you can get a gun and blow people's heads away. That does not, a video game does not institute that. That's just by prior knowledge. That's by listening to the news in general. The news is even worse for you. So, come on. Yeah, we're blaming video games?
Come on, man. Is strong as well. The media, how they like to push things.
But honestly, and what no one understands, or what a lot of people don't understand, is that there's an actual reason they're playing video games. And I figured this out because they look at the youth today as sheltered, as just in the house. No one really goes outside and all that shit, and they blame video games for that. Parents blame video games for that, and they believe basically electronics is taking over. Right.
Yeah, the same parents that will give their 5-year-old an iPhone.
Right. These are the same parents who actually go buy their son the newest cell phone and expect them to not want to be on it 24/7. But that's the rhetoric. It's just, oh, well.
Hello. We just went real silent.
He just went silent.
That was the most.
Our children are staying in the house. They're cussing online and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And I look at that and I say, this is on you.
Yes, it's on you. It's not. It's on people like us who plays games. Like all three of us, we relatively play games, obviously. But I've never been compelled since I was a kid to run out of my house and destroy somebody's life because of a video game. That was the same. Like, somebody brought up a good point. They said, "What games was Hitler playing?"
Pretty much. Listen, my mom said it best. God rest her soul. My mom, she bought me. I was.
You're kind of lagging there, buddy. Hey, hold up, Dr. Wave. You're kind of lagging. You're like you're in your bits and pieces, buddy. Bits and pieces. I don't know what's going on. Your service is messing up. Holy cow. Yeah, you sound staticky. 1 second. Now. Okay, now that technical difficulty ended, go ahead and finish what you were saying.
I was saying the funniest thing was that GTA came out 2002, 3, somewhere around there.
Around that time period. Yeah.
I'm like 9, 10, almost somewhere around there. I begged my mother because I wanted Grand Theft Auto 3. It looked great. I had a PS2. I wanted it.
Oh yeah.
My mom asked me one question before she even bought it. Are you gonna grab a baseball bat and beat the living hell out of someone out there? Do you understand this is a game? I looked at her and said, yeah. She said, okay. She at least checked. She checked and make sure parents don't even do that. They don't even do that.
Oh yeah.
You know, they don't even check to see where their child is. What did their child even say? And I think she reading why she bought it to me because I looked at her like she was crazy. Like, why would I do that? It's a game. I've been playing stuff like Spider-Man. I haven't gone out here and punched someone thinking I'm Spider-Man. So
yeah, we used to play Mortal Kombat when I was a kid.
Yeah, right. Mortal Kombat 3 or Mortal Kombat on the Sega with uncut.
Yeah, I didn't.
These are things.
I didn't go outside. Go finish him.
Exactly, and actually mean it. Like,
yeah. Obviously, if I'm playing around, I'm like finish him. Oh,
yeah, people, but she checked.
Yeah, as a grown ass man,
people don't do it now.
Yeah,
and they don't want to take accountability, and they want to blame video games for their children being so into electronics now to where they don't want to go outside, stuff like that.
Yeah, they let
obesity and all that. It's like,
hold on,
your parents.
What are you saying, Galactic?
You can't. I agree with you. You can't blame that stuff, especially obesity. But that's a whole different beast.
Yeah, that's not for this podcast type of conversation.
Yeah,
I'm just throwing it out there, man. That's what they say video games do. Obese and all this. It's just it's crazy, man.
Here's how I look at this. That whole aspect of the argument. Number one, what about those brothers that go out and buy, or sisters, or older siblings that buy the games and they don't care about the rating? They just give it to their children or their little brother, little sister, and the parents get mad. Sometimes it's not the parents. But then another thing I was going to bring up is the fact that can't even remember what I was going to say.
My opinion is always the parents. If you don't know what goes on in your own household, what are you doing?
I mean, yeah, you can't let an iPhone or iPad be a parent.
It's one thing to sneak watching porn. It's another thing to be able to play a video game without knowing. Okay, it's completely vastly different things.
Wait a minute. Whoa, where did that even come from?
No. Because I said parents should know what's going on in their household.
Yeah.
I said it's one thing to sneak watch porn. It's another thing to be on a television inside the house playing a video game.
I mean, yeah, you're right. All right.
That's oddly enough made me remember what I was gonna say.
There you go. It had purpose.
So, I'm at the age where I'm babysitting, right? I'm babysitting little kids.
Of course.
I would prefer, and I mean this, 9 times out of 10, those little kids that sit down and they're chilling on their little phone or whatever over a super energetic, hoppy, child that you gotta follow around the house 24/7. So I was like, well, I kind of get why parents are getting their younger children these things, because babysitting could be a handful, or watching your kids could be a handful. So having them sitting in one spot, doing something.
But
I mean, it's hard to beat.
That's fine. But you have to be aware.
I know, but like I get what you're saying, Galactic. But at the same time, you can't let the iPad still be your parent for your kid. That doesn't make any sense. Like, what are they going to do?
Be aware of what's going on.
Yeah, you still have to be aware. You have to be a parent to your kids and know what the hell they're doing.
That's common sense for any good parent. That's just common sense.
I was about to say, not for every parent. That ain't common sense for every parent. I was just about to say for every parent. I say, nah.
And then there's those, super moms that work like 24 hours, to be fair. Work all day, basically.
I
mean, those parents.
Yeah, obviously.
You gotta respect them.
Oh, yeah, man. But the ones I don't respect are the ones that, oh my goodness, there was a mass shooting. He was playing Mario Kart, so automatically it's playing Mario Kart. Huh?
No more Mario Kart for you, Jester.
Yeah, no more Mario Kart for you, because you saw the mass shootings, and it's gonna be like, I don't think that makes sense. Because if my parents ever said, no more Mario Kart for you, I stab my parent like, why? Because it caused the mass shooting. And I'd be like, listen, mom, listen. Does that make any sense on what you just said? You're grounded. I don't really care. You're kind of an idiot.
You gotta have those psychology things. Someone always has to have something to blame.
But the thing is, half of the shootings are done by people that are literally fucking crazy.
Half shootings are done by people in their 40s. Let's not forget that either.
Yeah, but you forget the main part. They're fucking crazy.
Which I understand, but like, sometimes.
That Navy Yard shooting, they said Call of Duty, and everybody was like, no, he has PTSD. He was fucking crazy. Are you serious? Like, what the fuck does that even mean?
Mental health is an issue. It's growing, and people seem to be ignoring it in favor of these video games. I know.
And to make it even funnier, for people who have PTSD, video games help them out a lot. So,
I mean, I believe that's true.
That is 100% true. People go, you see veterans go, yeah, I play video games because it helps with my PTSD. Like, come on, bro.
It actually does, because they can do things that they can't do in life, and it just calms their nerve in a sense.
Yeah, it's a stress reliever.
It's basically it's a release from the normal day shit, basically.
Yeah, man, I can't punch my district manager in the face in real life. I mean, after probably 2 weeks, I can't punch him in the face in real life. But yeah, I can just boot up the game and punch somebody in the face and pretend like it's my district manager. It's healthy, because I won't be punching my district manager in real life because I don't want to go to jail. Probably in 2 weeks if he comes out his mouth sideways, though. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm probably going to do
what happens in 2 weeks?
Oh, what happens in 2 weeks? I'm not going to be working for the same company that I currently work for. So therefore...
that I know. I'm sure. I picked that. I'm talking about why would he say something?
Oh, no, because he's a dickhead. So, I'll probably punch him in the jaw off of general principle.
Oh.
He was like, hey, Hannes, what?
I blame video games for that attitude, sir.
So, okay, first of all, just because I was playing Smash Brothers doesn't mean that...
Yep, there you go. You're fighting people in the arena.
Alright.
So, but wouldn't that be wrestling be bad too? Because don't people just say, he owes Seth, and they just punch him in the face? I mean, and isn't WWE PG?
Technically, but...
Here's the thing about that one, now. There's that whole... Currently, I believe WWE's trying to move away from the PG thing. They're kind of trying. Kind of. And I mean that with like a grain of salt.
They're just trying to go as far as PG can go.
Exactly. When it comes to wrestling, though, they do make sure they have their big old disclaimer, do not try this at home. So, parents can't say anything about that. And maybe that's what we got to start doing with our games. Maybe we need a big old sticker on the front of the cover. No more game, no more box art. Do not. Maybe that's what we need.
Hey, bro, you're right. You're right. We probably do need that.
Screw the rated M. Make it bigger. How about that?
Yeah, make the whole box rated M.
Yeah, the cover is the rating. There you go.
Yeah, freaking the next Call of Duty, it says Call of Duty rated M for mature.
Yeah, I'm tired. I don't like that argument that video games cause. Even my own mom be like, it's not just they cause violence. It's like, oh, you failing in school and you've been playing the video games. No, it's because I chose not to study for my test. Like, it's two different things. Like,
hey, my dad said the same thing. This is my dad. No, it's not because of video games. Like, that doesn't make any sense. I just don't like school. You can ask Mr. Darkwave what I was doing half of the time when I was supposed to be doing schoolwork. He was there with me. So I used to either not be in class or literally just be in class doing nothing. Like, what?
Mm-hmm.
God knows how I graduated, but whatever. Let's not talk about that right now.
Because teachers have a formula that all you had to do is figure out.
You said what?
Teachers had a formula that all you had to do is figure it out, and you knew what to do and not to do.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Not to hop on another controversial topic, but basically that's why we're lacking in the education department. But
all right. First of all, look, you old. I can build a robot ass. All you gotta do is have common sense nowadays. You really half the shit you learn in school is not necessary for real life applications. What the fuck is calculating pi gonna do for you right now in this situation?
Exactly, that's the point. Like, school kind of doesn't do anything.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't. It really doesn't. But that's a subject that this podcast cannot tackle because it will be the rest of our lives before this podcast ends. And I'm trying to go back to playing Sigma and Overwatch when we're done here.
How is Sigma?
Sigma is vicious. I gotta try him out some more.
Let me rephrase this. I haven't played Overwatch since this 2.22.
Oh yeah.
I feel like the only way I'm gonna enjoy it is playing competitive.
Playing what?
Competitive.
Oh yeah, they added roll queue. I was gonna get to that in a little second. Oh man, I love that.
Well, we might as well jump to the topic now. I don't like that for quick play. Hell no.
Oh no. Quick play, you can keep it off quick play, but for competitive, that roll queue, man, I love it. I loved it. Like as soon as I say, oh, I can pick a tank, and then whoever I'm with can also pick another queue, and then as soon as you start the game, nobody can pick what I'm picking. Oh wow, it makes everybody have to use their brain. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but see, I have problems with that.
What?
I don't mind. Like playing competitive, I really don't. Yeah. I just don't do it because I don't really invest. But now I'm kind of forced to because now I can just get on quick play and not really, not be a troll, but I can't just relax because now with the roll queue, let's say for example, Wild Fang, you were playing, I don't know, a DPS, right?
Yes, sir.
And the tanks were just god awful.
Of course,
you're fucked because you can't switch.
Yeah.
Which I think was one of the appeals of Overwatch was being able to adjust.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like, so we've played. Me and Wild Fang has played, of course, E4.
Yeah.
And they have. I'm sure they've noticed I'm more of a counter player, meaning I kind of just go based off what the other team is using and what my team is playing.
Of course.
I can't do that anymore.
Hey.
I have to and I never know who I want.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I have to get on Overwatch because I need to try Brig. The new Brig.
Yeah.
It's probably god awful, but new Brig. But the problem is, I never know exactly who I want to play. Yes, I have a main. He's garbage. Well, maybe not now with the 2-2-2, but
I mean, he's garbage compared to Doomfist now.
Well,
why did they do that? Why did they ruin Genji in favor of Doomfist?
They didn't ruin Genji. They haven't touched Genji.
That's the problem. That's technically the same thing. They made Doomfist better than Genji before Genji was clearly superior. Why did they do this?
Hey man,
The
I'm on
reason
Team Soviet.
Genji was actually never Genji. Listen. Genji suffers from everyone basically everyone getting powered up, and Genji, everyone went in the hyperbolic time chamber, and Genji just been like in the mountains training and had just been doing normal shit. Everyone else went in the time chamber and got like 5 years of training, and he's been stuck there. But that's beside the point. Point is, I can't play how I used to play.
Yeah.
I mean, if I go in quick play, which I generally do because I like to get on there, fuck around a little bit, get a loot box, and get the hell off the game.
Yeah.
I can't go Brig. I can't go healer if my healers are absolute garbage.
Yeah.
Now, in competitive, I can trust it a little, and I say a little bit. Now,
just a tinge.
Placements, no. Once you get ranked, yes, but placements, no. But that also means I can't really. I guess now, if I hop on Overwatch, it is now 100. It's now going to be 100. I can't just kind of like be laid back, just have play it. I'm still trying, but I'm not trying to be a fucking sweat. Now, I gotta get on the game every day, go in competitive, and be a sweat because I can't trust whomever, and I can't really counterplay. I mean, you can counterplay to a certain extent, like if the team is running Mei and I don't know Symmetra, you're using a Genji. Well, you need to switch to McCree or Soldier or something of the sort. But not the way I want. I can't trust people. Yeah, I just can't. So I know why they did it. Yeah, because GOATs and other comps that may have seemed a little too powerful. I understand that.
Potato.
Yeah, I understand that. Bunker Orisa apparently is now dead.
Yes, it is.
But I also just the ability to kind of go based off what teams were doing to me was a big thing to Overwatch for me. Now that that's kind of gone away a little bit, not too much. Yeah. It just I had to play it to see how I actually feel. This is just my opinions on how I think it's going to work. Quick play, matter of fact, no. Competitive's an opinion. Quick play, already know. Garbage left and right. People going to just pick people just for the sake of picking people.
We're going to have a team full of tanks and one healer, and I want to quit the game now. But for me, why I like role queue is because, one, you're not going to get team everybody's a fucking sniper because we're all retarded. It's a literal team of you have to actually pick somebody and you have to trust your teammates to pick the counter pick for something that's happening. Like prime example, now if you guys don't know, Sigma can counter get Bastion. Like Sigma can absorb the bullets, put a shield up, and then rock him, and he's stunned. And Sigma doesn't hit like a bitch; he hits like a tank. So because he is a tank, but now Sigma can also absorb bullets and then put a shield up. It heals up his shield, so. You'll be stuck in that little thing, but by the time the Bastion will be able to counteract any of he's doing, and you're close enough, you can just hit him with a rock, stun him, and just fuck his life up. There's nothing he can do about it.
Keyword, though, you said is trust.
Oh, yeah.
Trusting in quick play? No.
Literally, I had to switch. Like, when I rolled Q as Moira, a.k.a. the best character in the game. Hey, Galactic. It's facts. Anywho.
I mean, he's not wrong. She's so overpowered, and it never touched her. It's amazing.
But it's OP, though. But
she's never used in high tier.
I know, right? Which is weird, but then again, her healing ability.
She doesn't have a lot of synergy.
No, she does not. No, she has her own synergy. She has to do the purple orb to her ult for it to do the most damage in the room. But that's neither.
She is a selfish healer.
Yeah, she is the most selfish healer. But then you have to attack the heal. It's just a bunch of shit with her. But I still think she is one of the greatest characters they ever put in the game. But what was I saying? I like it because it forces everybody to not only pick what they're good at, but it also makes your team think. Like when we was playing Roku, we won more times than we lost because, like, I was Sigma, Efo would pick D.Va, and the rest of the team would pick like a whole complete set of people that counteracted enemy teams, and we just kept winning. And I was like, oh crap, people actually know what they're doing. But then again, we got that game where I picked Moira and somebody was a Sigma and literally walking at the Bastion full force, not doing anything to stop the Bastion, walking at him. And I'm like, this is competitive, Chief. Maybe not walk in front of the Bastion. That's not how you do it. It's a little stupid, don't you think? But it's whatever.
Yeah.
Like I said, now if I want to play, I guess the fun, it has to be competitive. That's my only gripe, because sometimes I don't want to be a sweat. Sometimes I just want to get on the game, have some fun, try some different things out.
That's exactly why I like arcade so much. Oh, we got team deathmatch. All right, let's do this. It's Moira time.
Moira's.
Anyways.
She's broken, but not broken.
Yeah, she's like OP, but like without the O. She's just P.
Powered?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because she's easily to be dealt with. She can be easily dealt with.
Yeah.
It's just that
her.
It's just that her orbs can do so much chip damage that it takes only really one good shot from someone else and you're dead.
Yeah.
And the fact that she heals with her beam, and her beam goes for like infinite range.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Her ult's not bad.
Her ult is literally amazing because it heals and damages at the same time.
So how do you guys feel about the talks of Overwatch 2 then? How do you think Blizzard's going to handle it?
I don't think they should. They should make it.
You can't handle toxicity. Toxicity is going to exist in anything that has a competitive.
No, Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2.
That's not going to fix it. That's going to make it worse.
No. He said, "How do you think Blizzard's going to handle Overwatch 2, not toxicity?"
Oh, that's what he said. That's what he sounded. He said tox. I'm like, what the fuck? Sorry, I think he said toxicity.
I'm talking about balancing.
No,
that should be more clear.
Yeah, like balancing an Overwatch 2.
Well, first of all, they shouldn't even do Overwatch 2.
Thank you. I was saying that the whole time.
There's talks of it.
If you're gonna do an Overwatch 2, they need to add a fucking story mode. Legit.
But see, that's the thing. That can just be DLC. But that can just be DLC.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's too late for that.
It better be free.
It's not too late.
Exactly.
They just make it DLC.
It's too late for me to pay for it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah. I'm not paying.
It just could be. My thing is, Overwatch is a game that doesn't need a sequel, considering the fact that they considerably updated. They're adding new characters. The only reason to make an Overwatch 2 would be literally to up the graphics, which at this point, as me and Wildfang has, but again, with me and Wildfang has said, next gen right now is not even on my radar because I see no need for it.
Oh yeah, I'm not buying the next PlayStation for a little bit.
But
Speaking
it's
of,
like,
I just want to go off topic for a little bit on that PlayStation because you brought it up. I've heard that in, I forget what foreign country, but they're selling the PS5 for pre-order for about $1,000.
Europe, I believe. Something. It was something. But
how much?
It was like $1,000 for pre-order.
Oh.
Which is scary. That's scary to hear.
Well, the system's not going to cost $1,000. I can pretty much tell you that. Although it probably should. But
I mean,
I don't think
all these AMD Ryzen and all that jazz that they're putting in the system, if all that's true, rumor-wise, then it wouldn't be far-fetched to call it $1,000.
Well, PS4 had a lot of shit, and we were thinking it's going to be another $600 console, and that thing launched at $400. They actually lost money for PS4.
Yeah, and then gained it back in so much ways more because it's a console that is the greatest so far.
I'll say this.
I feel like
you go ahead.
Okay.
I was just gonna say I feel like Sony's gonna fuck up next generation because they're on their high horse right now, so it's only a matter of time.
Oh yeah,
Microsoft doesn't
How old are
have
you?
bad PR anymore.
You say you're 17, right?
Yeah, he's 17.
I am.
So let me tell you how this goes. All right. Sony, PS2, Xbox, and GameCube. PS2 dominated. Xbox, kind of like PS3, came up in the rear of the race and was doing great. Xbox 360, PS3. Xbox 360 was dominant. PS3 didn't do good until near the end of the race.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they built all momentum. PS4 gained all the momentum. Xbox One in the trash bin. Still has no momentum.
And that's all because of one bad PR stunt.
Yeah.
But no, well, that's more than PR. No exclusives, but that's another topic. But you have now PS5 and the Scarlet, and Scarlet is already talking about all these different things and all that. So I wouldn't be surprised if Xbox come out. And I'm not including Nintendo in this because honestly, we all know the Switch dominated technically, sort of. At least the Xbox One.
Yeah.
It's sold a lot, but it's not talked about because Switch is just that little buddy console that you like.
It's being talked about. It's honestly, the Switch is being talked about, especially now because that clearly won E3. No, not even a question.
Without even trying.
No question. Even if Sony was there, they would have lost. Even if Sony was there, Sony would have lost.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Because one thing about Switch, everything, well, mostly everything, releases this.
That is a great point. I remember specifically my brother was really salty because everything came out 2020. And I'm like, well, that's not fair. Because I'd rather have them make us wait for these games than have these crap games we've been having all this gen.
Hey, but
don't get me wrong, this gen has some gems, but still.
Hey, but my problem with it, right, is stop showing me games that aren't coming out, man. That shit bugs the fuck out of me. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show off this hot fire game. When is it coming out? 2050. What the fuck? Why are you showing me then? Why the fuck do I care? Like what?
Exactly. Prime example: Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh my god!
Not a peep. Well, Sony wasn't even at E3, but
Bayonetta 3.
Anything. You know what?
Do we have to talk about Bayonetta 3?
No. I'm gonna give this the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm tell you why?
Why?
We saw literally nothing but a title. If we had seen CGI, cutscene, gameplay, I would agree with you. But truth be told, considering we know who makes the game, we know what they've been doing, we see what they're releasing, and they only showed a title, Bayonetta 3. So that just knows that there's a third one. I am fine with that. I'm pissed, kind of, because I want my Bayonetta, but without being ignorant, I actually understand it. We only seen a title. You have games, Cyberpunk and 15, all these games showing all this gameplay, and then you get to really April of 2020, March of 2020. It's like, motherfuckers, I could be dead by then. Why would you show me this now? How about you wait?
That's what when Ultimate was first announced, and Ultimate was like December. I was like, Nintendo. That's all they said. They was like Smash Brothers Ultimate December. I was like, oh really? Oh, take my money now, please.
Mostly everything Nintendo showed comes out this year. I think one game got delayed, and one game has no.
And Animal Crossing.
Yeah, man, even games that have been out already got delayed. Destiny.
Pokemon still comes out in November. Wow.
Really?
Never got delayed.
Oh, it was
never got delayed.
My bad. It was Animal Crossing. My bad. I apologize.
Yeah, Animal Crossing.
I apologize.
But it was Animal Crossing, and the only game that doesn't have a release date is Zelda. That's it.
Because
everything else has a release date, and most things come out this year.
Yeah. And I remember when it delayed Breath of the Wild, I was like, holy shit. Nintendo knows
Fire Emblem.
Yeah,
came out of nowhere with July. I was like, July? Yeah, I expected that in the fall, in the winter.
The motherfuckers announced it, and it was like, July. I was like, wait, what? I bought it, and
they announced it last year.
Yeah.
And then
near the end of last year.
And they announced it this year, and it's like, here you are. Boom.
Yeah, that's why I like Nintendo. They were like, again, Smash Brothers Ultimate, December.
They're striking when the iron is hot.
Yeah, they keep doing it, and I'm like, don't stop doing that, because you know what bugs people if you see a hot fire game, Kingdom Hearts 3, and then go, still in progress.
Pretty much.
Like, what the fuck?
It is just a shame that, you know, you have all these games that they show day in, day out, get. And then it says 2020, and then what happens? We have to delay it.
Oh, yeah. I hate that shit. I hate that shit so much.
So they show you another E3 trailer at the next E3, announced for the following year of that year. And it's like, come on, man. Why did you show me this game 4 years ago? To only delay it 4 fucking times.
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
It's like, I just don't understand.
Hold up one quick second. I gotta go do something real quick. But the next topic was about the Take-Two Interactive sending those private eyes to that dude's house for the reporting on leaked information.
Do you want to go on that without you?
I mean, yeah, you can start it. I gotta go do something really fast.
Well, sir, the private eye, shit. Take-Two, aka developers of Borderlands, obviously care about this shit. So they sent. So apparently, this guy was reporting leaked information. Borderlands 3 is coming out, so everyone's leaking it. And he was reporting on leaked stuff. So they sent the FBI or investigators to his establishment, his house, to see how all this is basically happening. My only opinion on this is that's effing. It is.
Maybe secure your systems.
It's like this is this is a day and age where nothing is fucking safe.
Nothing's safe, right?
Look at Pokemon. The leaks have been coming out. Matter of fact, as soon as Pokemon games are announced, it takes no longer than about a month before leaks start pouring out, whether they're fake or real. The fact that they sent investigators to a man's house is absolutely ridiculous.
That shit was weird as fuck, though. Honestly, I as soon as I opened the door, we're here from Take-Two Interactive. I would have said, "Yeah, get out of."
It's just so weird. Why?
That's funny because, like, you know, you would think that a game developer wouldn't want to do that because, number one, the public's going to find out. And if you're sending someone to someone's house over leaked stuff, you're only confirming that the stuff is true. So why not just confirm it instead of trying to, like, you know,
or just say nothing.
Or say nothing. Like most developers, like, you know, trying to get this man in jail, which, I mean, I can understand kind of from their perspective because they've been working on it for so long and, you know, all that stuff. This has been our life's work, you know. I understand, but at the same time, that's just a dude. He's just a fan.
Yeah, all they did was, you're right, all they did was fucking confirm it. Like idiots.
Yeah.
But it's like, again, like I was saying earlier, this is a day and age where nothing is sacred. You can't keep anything under wraps. Nothing.
Yeah, you can't trust your whole staff.
It's like, and this is what I don't understand. We're going to go to a person's house. Is this person, we're not, once again, logic. If he has information that y'all haven't released, how does he have said information? Let's think of outside the box. That obviously means someone in your company, either he knows them, or they leaked something out and he just happened to stumble on 4chan somewhere.
Someone's getting fired because, you know, they're supposed to sign those agreements that say they're not supposed to talk, and someone on your team's clearly talking, so instead of trying to get this guy, why don't you go get your teammate or your team member? Just
say nothing.
Yeah, just shut the fuck up.
The Pokemon people, their games get leaked every year. There's no. Last year was one of the most blatant. They leaked the Star Evolution pictures and all this other shit. Even this game has been leaked. We got the Evolution names. We're getting stuff about trailers coming out, and people are saying it's coming true. Do you see Pokemon companies saying anything?
No.
You know why they're not saying anything? Because they know whether people leak it or whatever, they're gonna sell millions of copies. Who cares?
Yeah,
Take Two. You say nothing, and then everyone's sitting there saying, "Well, I wonder if these leaks are true." Then you have people talking about Borderlands. Everyone knows, or at least Take Two should know. People have been wanting Borderlands 3 since Borderlands 2 was out. Now you gave us garbage along the way, pre-sequel, and you gave us a decent one with the Tales of Borderlands or whatever.
Yeah.
But again, people are gonna buy your game regardless. The only reason why people care about leaks is to see what character they're gonna pick first. That's it.
And that links around to the whole YouTube conversation, because it's like, well, technically all this leaker did, I'm doing air quotes, you can't see me. What he did was give you free publicity towards your game.
Yeah.
AKA more money.
Like,
what is so damning about your game? What, did you have microtransactions in there? Like, what?
Yo, I would never get over Randy Pitcher saying that there would be no microtransactions, but then say there would be microtransactions. And I'm like, Randy, you didn't word it right, you idiot. And then got mad at people for saying that. Man, it's whatever. But like I was saying, look, I have a product for video game companies. You know, I'm gonna start selling it. Right? You want to know what it's called? It's called Shut the Fuck Up. Right? I'm gonna sell it to all the companies. So if something bad happens, I'm a walk in their pitch meetings and be like, hey, I have this idea for you. It's called Shut the Fuck Up. See, look, here's what you got to do. You shut the fuck up and don't say nothing or don't do anything stupid. I bet you I can make millions off of it. Bet. Make millions.
I want you to open up your own video game company just because that's your motto.
I would be in my video game company. Somebody said some shit. I'd be like, somebody like my artist or someone would be like, he said the art was shit. Well, I'm gonna say something on Twitter. I'm like, nope, no, you're not. Yeah, you gotta follow my motto. It's called Shut the Fuck Up. That's it. That's all you had to do. Let them talk. You do you. Do your job. That's it. It doesn't matter.
We'll release stuff as we get to it. Let them talk.
Example of a game.
You said what?
That I haven't heard anything bad about, but this is a game where they didn't say anything about the game. They just announced it and let it sit, remnant of the ashes.
Oh yeah, they did.
Well, what I can tell, people are starting to like this game, and they announced it when, beginning June, right after E3.
Yeah.
And it's coming out literally this week. So it's like, well, why can't we do that more?
Yeah, thank you.
Imagine if they said Capcom just came out Devil May Cry 6 tomorrow. What? That would be That's what I want game companies to start doing.
Same here. I want game companies to start doing that and just doing the one thing that I ask of them. Just shut the fuck up. That's all I want. That's all I want. Like hell, DMC would have sold better if the Taneem just shut the fuck up. That's all he had to do. That's all he had to do.
My bad. My audio cut out, so I missed the last minute or so.
That's it. All Taneem had to do was shut up, and he would have been good. DMC would have sold better the first time. But people don't like to shut the fuck up. The fuck is that noise?
Somebody's laptop.
That can't be my
laptop.
Not mine. I'm not doing anything on my laptop. That's why it's weird. Oh, it's all that pwn. So at least that being stupid. Not watching porn.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Porno! Anywho, moving on. So, we heard recently that a lead has left Anthem. What are you guys' opinions on that? I feel like Anthem is dead. So, I can't really say too much.
I'll say this. I hit level 25. I never even hit 30 because the mission they won, I didn't even feel like doing. Never have felt like doing it yet. I don't care what happens with Anthem. I don't care how good it becomes, how great it may look later. The damage has already been done. And I'm sure there'll be new players and there'll be returning players, but the damage has been done in Anthem. It is dead. You can fix the game. You can fix a game all you want. But when a game hits DOA, dead on arrival, or in this case, rest in peace, there is no resuscitation. It's like Killzone 1. The Halo killer, right?
Oh,
it got buried, and it was killed.
Let's not talk about every game that called itself the Halo killer.
Oh, no, well, but no, that in particular was a very strong one because that was a PS3 exclusive.
Yeah. Just
like Halo was an Xbox exclusive, and now Killzone 2 on the other hand was fucking fantastic. They resuscitated the series until Shadowfall. I don't know what the hell happened there.
Oh, God.
But like Killzone 1 died a miserable death. Anthem is dead. I can hop on it tomorrow, and I'm not saying you can't find rooms. I'm not saying you can't get players. I'm not saying you can't play the game. I personally, and I've said this before on past podcasts, I understood the gimmick of Anthem, and for what it presented me, and me knowing what kind of game it was going to be, I was fine with it. It wasn't perfect by any means. It wasn't even a good game. It was just I knew what I was buying when I bought it. I knew what to expect.
Yeah.
Everyone had the expectations too high for that game, and now they bashing the game. I don't bash the game personally. I look at people and say, "What did you expect? What really did you expect? A game?" And now, yes, it should have been a better game. It had the potential, but again, these loot shooters are all, in a sense, god awful.
Okay.
Now I've been playing Division 2. I have Division 2. I got it for $8. It's pretty decent. It's better than Anthem just because there's no ridiculous there's no stupid grinding mission just yet. But you need to know what you're getting.
You know, what I feel with these looter shooters is like the concept is great, but like stop with it's always DLC with them. That's why Anthem was such a big deal to people, because it was like, oh, look at this looter shooter, like it's, first breath of fresh air from like the Destiny, where it's a new DLC every other month.
Yeah,
and you gotta pay for it. I love Destiny, but like, that's why Anthem was the Destiny killer. It ain't the Destiny killer no more, but like, still, looter shooters need to just, if there are any more to come, free DLC or free to play needs to be the thing to go. Like that's how it has to be.
Yeah, the real issue with looter shooters is that they haven't done it right. The real issue with looter shooters is that the only one who's done it right has been Borderlands.
Pretty much.
Like I've played Destiny 1 and 2, and I've gotten damn far in both of them. They're not bad games, but they're far from great games. Anthem,
right?
Its gimmick was the suits, and I will say this: the suits were fantastic. Everything else was garbage. The weapons were. I mean, I played each suit, and each suit feels different to me. That was the gimmick. If I play as the Storm, I'm not going to play the same way I play with Storm as I am going to play with the Interceptor. It's just no way. Trust me, I've tried on accident. It's not going to work. You feel a sense of difference, and that's what I mean by the gimmick. All these loot shooters have gimmick. Destiny's gimmick is technically I would say that it's the guns in a sense, but it's also your powers, right? Your hunters, yeah. Borderlands gimmick. 1 billion freaking guns that you farm to find the best role possible. That's his gimmick. Why does it work in Borderlands? Because it's fun. Until you do it about 1 billion times and you're fucked.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've personally never been able to sit through a whole Borderlands game.
I mean,
well, let me play this. If you try to play Borderlands now, no. The game is far too slow. It's just... In 2019, Borderlands has not aged well. I will be the first to tell you. People may have other opinions. To me, Borderlands 1 or 2 has not aged well. I played Borderlands 2 recently with Wildfang and E4, and it had a sense. I felt the fun that it once had, but it just moved too slow. It was too sluggish. The gunplay was kind of off. It didn't age well.
I mean, and I'm broken, so I can't even play the fucking game right no more.
Yeah, with his main character.
And my other character, we're already on the. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like every looter shooter should have its claim to fame.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, they kind of do. It's just that. Here's the thing with looter shooters. If you cannot make me killing this same enemy 1,000 times somewhat interesting, you've already failed.
Yeah.
Division. It kind of is a fun game to a certain extent after playing it, but it still lacks the I've done this a billion. It doesn't feel fun after. It's funner than the first one. I'll give it that. But I feel like there's something missing.
With these looter shooters,
it's almost as if you can't. Like, it's impossible to play by yourself, right?
Oh, yeah, they do make it like that.
For some people, that are just looking for the single-player experience,
they can't play these games. They're just sitting there like, yo, this is boring.
Looter shooters were never meant to be played by yourself.
Yeah.
By yourself, right?
Never.
But,
that's why Borderlands came out with 4 fucking characters.
That's where the issue comes to play, because then there's, modes in these games where
you can't even touch. For example, Destiny, the best mode in the game, in my opinion, the best mode, the most fun mode is definitely the raid mode. Destiny doesn't even have a mechanic where you could, or didn't for a while, where you could just join up with people and play it. You had to have 5 other people to play the stupid raid, and the raid's also how you happen to get the max light. So it's just like, well, I feel punished because I don't have people to play this game with, more than one other person to play this game with.
Yeah, that to me is more of a design issue.
Yeah, I've never played the raid, by the way. Let's put it out there.
The raid, basically. So you know how I raid on FF14?
Yeah.
And remember I said I was waiting for 2 healers?
Yeah.
We did get them, but in games like that, you can just go into a party, people will join, and you will get it. And Destiny, it was not like that. If you didn't have 6 dedicated people to join you,
right,
you weren't doing the raid. But that's more of a design flaw than anything else. Loot shooters were never meant to be played by yourself. You can, but they were never meant, because let's face it, how many times you by yourself are going to want to go through the same spot in a map looking for a freaking gun? By yourself, you're just doing this, la la la, kill enemy. You have no conversation. No one's getting killed. No one's dying hilariously. You can't call someone out for being garbage. You're just sitting there. All right, let's kill this enemy for the 100th time.
I guess
alone. I'm overpowered, but let's do this. I want this weapon for whatever reason. They were never meant to be placed.
There's some fiends out there like myself. Destiny 1. Man, I think I clocked in a whole 24
days worth
of
hours on the game.
Yeah.
And I kept playing it until Destiny 2 dropped. I got Destiny 2 and was like, alright, we'll see what happens with this game.
Man, turns out
I don't know,
Destiny 2
is
worse.
Well, Destiny is like slash MMO slash loot shooter, so it's supposed to keep...
I mean, I don't mean like 2 times worse. I mean, it came out as bad as Destiny 1 started out, which didn't make no sense.
I don't know, it just doesn't hit the same like as Destiny. Destiny 1 hit, so it hit hard.
Destiny...
gameplay wise. Destiny 2 to me feels like a watered down version of Destiny 1.
Because the things coming from Destiny. So as a Destiny player myself, I in my opinion, Destiny 1 had its ups and downs. When they came out with Destiny 2, it's as if they learned nothing. when you got the game, everything felt the fucking same. You had one new power for each class,
right,
or one new skill tree. The rolling, the rolling of the weapons was different. Though I kind of prefer having weapons with just set stats personally. It makes it a lot easier to farm. That's just me.
Oh shit.
But that was something that people wanted back, and like I said, I can agree. I can agree because there are weapons that you just love to have something. I just prefer kind of set stats because it's easy for me to farm. I hate getting 1,000 different weapons and nothing to do with them. But on top of that, nothing felt new with Destiny 2. It felt like the first part of Destiny literally felt like all this could have been added as DLC.
Yeah.
You could have added the new power, which for most of them changed nothing. What? You basically got, let's look at Hunter for example. You had Blade Dancer in Destiny 2. You get Arc Strider in Blade Dancer in Destiny 1. Arc Strider in Destiny 2. And what's the real big difference with those two? Nothing!
nothing
Except for the
really.
range.
Nothing in the look and the range, but when it comes down to how they're used, Blade Dancer is hands down, care what anyone says, probably the most broken. And I know from experience, because I played Hunter on D1, the most broken class in all of Destiny.
What the fuck?
Besides maybe Golden Gun. Then you hop over to Destiny 2, and Hunter is a featherweight.
Yeah, Hunter's a featherweight. They give him, and then on top of that, even now they did give new powers later on, like they did in the original, where they added everyone had new powers. So Arc Strider basically got Star Wars deflection. You have the Golden Gun, which has throwing knives, which is fucking fantastic. Those knives are fucking BE.
OP.
And then you have Blade Dancer version 2, which
was nothing.
Pretty much.
They nerfed it
into the ground.
But it just Destiny 2 does not feel like it doesn't feel fresh. It's good. It's fun to play with people. But it just doesn't feel new. It feels like all of that could have just been DLC throughout the years of Destiny. Literally.
Yeah.
The Cade storyline could have just been DLC. Look at, it's just like Xenoverse 2, how they're just adding and adding and adding and adding as time goes on. Destiny could have done that.
Oh, yeah.
But loot shooters, no one has truly captured the fun that Borderlands has. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because of the interactions with the characters, the story. Because most loot shooter stories are absolute fucking garbage. Borderlands story is somewhat engaging. The characters all interact. You have 4 different characters with the abilities are actually all go 3 different skill trees. There's replayability there with the skill trees. New game plus. And the weapons, there's some trash cans in there, but it all feels somewhat impactful. It just works for Borderlands. I don't know what it is exactly, really. I can't just say it's one particular thing. But it works. Maybe it's just interest in the characters that you get to pick.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
You look at Borderlands 3, Moz looks freaking fantastic. And we just seen Flak. We already knew he was my number 1 from the day I saw him. Sniper rifle in the hand, number 1. The other 2, subjective. But they don't look bad.
Yeah.
These other loot shooters, you create a character, and you're kind of like standard Joe. The storyline's irrelevant. You're just in a town shooting. There's no engagement. There's nothing else there. You get, Destiny. Yeah, the story is somewhat okay, but at the same time, unlike Borderlands. Alright, look, man, I'm trying to be somewhat nice.
I love Destiny to death, but I can't even be that nice.
No, yeah, the story for Destiny was.
The story for Destiny is garbage, but the Awoken Queen was sexy as shit, so I'm giving that for the doubt. But
And the funny thing is, the lore of Destiny is really good.
Yeah, but you have to read Grimoire cards, and I'm not about to do that just to look at the lore and all.
Yeah, we did enough of that in Dark Souls.
Yeah, that's enough. Dark Souls is the only game that I know that can get away with it, simply because of what they do. But that's about the extent of it.
Yeah, but it's just nothing else is really good, right. And Anthem, though we do kind of go to a loot shooter, talk about Anthem as a loot shooter. Anthem is an abstracted failure.
Yes.
I don't know I don't know what you can do at this point. Honestly, depending on how many concurrent players you have, I will continue updating the game. And it sounds weird saying that after shitting on the game, but I will continue to update the game because there are people who went out there and have stuck up for Anthem a lot.
And
you know,
on paper, Anthem was good.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
You know, behind the scenes,
on paper.
something went.
Yeah, for me,
went wrong.
Yeah, for me, ever since I saw Anthem, I wasn't interested in it.
Ever since I saw Anthem, I already knew what I was going to get. And a lot of people way overhyped the game.
And it's because they promised too much. People got their hopes up.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
People keep
It's a loot shooter. You don't get your hopes up over any loot shooter. If Destiny has taught you anything.
Oh, yeah, Destiny should have been.
These things, loot shooters outside of Borderlands, don't come out great. They come out garbage mostly.
Until the very end.
Yeah.
To the very end, or some massive update comes out and fixes things. The only problem between Anthem and Destiny is that though it may not have come out as a smashing good game, it was still relatively fun enough to keep your interest to a certain extent. Anthem, not so much. The grinding mission and the story mission, come on, man, that kills right there. Why would I want to have to go around a map finding titans just to complete the main story and have to kill it at the time where no one was playing your game? So I'm sitting here for almost 30 minutes fighting one enemy. Come on, man.
And then,
that has to be fixed.
Anthem got brought to a halt for me when they were like, go find these tombs. I'm like, well, I don't know if I want to play this game anymore. That comes out.
It's just, like I said, I'm an honest person. I defend Anthem on certain things. Like, I do believe these suits were great. That's just my honest opinion. I feel, because I knew the gimmick, that was my main concern. When I played the beta, the alpha beta, I wanted to see how each suit felt. If the suits were failures, the game was the game was dead. But to me, the suits function all somewhat different. Yeah. I felt their gimmick, kind of say, okay, this is not great, but this is fine. You know, I can maybe work around the weapons. The suits are there. They're all different. They feel different when you play them to a certain extent. I can get this. Then there's everything else that just drags the game down.
Yeah.
Moving on to their gun issue, which is what you're talking about. They had, I don't know if you knew, but like at a point in time, you could get a gun with like, they had random stats on them. And it was like, I think I've seen one with like, 100% damage increase if you shoot. I'm like, well, that just sounds broken. Why is this a roll like this?
I saw that somebody had, if you shoot the gun, if you equip this gun, you get negative on pistols. And everybody was like, and I was looking at it, I was like, that is the dumbest.
And then there's the 0% one that I seen. You got 0% increase, so why is this even a bonus?
Exactly, like nonsense. But that was like the major issue that I had with it.
For a game that technically was only in development for a year, which is something they lied about.
Oh yeah,
it wasn't that bad in the end.
But they lied about it.
if they had been straightforward, like, yo, this game, we we've been developing it for about a year. We're gonna need some time. We're gonna delay it. If they had been straightforward, I bet you people would still be playing Anthem right now.
Oh yeah, people be
Oh, they
playing the
should
shit out
delete
of
it. They should
They
delete it. When they
promised.
said February, I said that's way too soon.
Yeah.
They announced it in what, July, and they said February,
Yeah.
and I'm like, huh? I'm looking at the game from what they show. I'm like, oh no,
They
way too
announced it in like a
soon.
June, right? And then it was the following. Shit, was it?
Well, they
Yeah,
showed that
it was
one
pretty much in
E3.
June. Yeah, it was in
They
June.
showed that
And
one
then
E3. Then they brought it back, and then they said February.
July or February. Yeah. So it wasn't even a whole year between the announcement and the drop, which is, that also gives me false hope for like those, what I was saying earlier, like, yo, maybe games should just start dropping, the next day after they're announced, surprise games.
Apex
This
Legends
time,
did it.
that's one of the few like successors recently. That joint
Yeah,
apparently
too
is
bad.
past Fortnite, which
Yeah,
is
it
huge.
did, but then it dropped because of some of the shit they've been doing recently.
I don't know what they've been up to.
Yeah, their
I
loot
can't.
their loot box thing has kind of gotten people to be like, nah.
What
Get it.
game?
Apex Legends.
Oh yeah, people are mad about the whole solos thing. Like, you going to get like one skin for free, and the rest you actually have to roll for or buy.
Two skins, or you have to pay $174 to get all the skins to get the rare axe that they have. That's so much shit you have to do just for one goddamn axe.
Isn't that an EA game?
Yes, it is.
A lot of people who made Titanfall
Anyways.
respawn.
Yeah.
Am I surprised?
No, you shouldn't be surprised. Every time something comes out from EA, I go, I'm not surprised, and then go,
It was a surprise at first, but then they saw the potential after it passed Fortnite, and they're like, "Oh, let's get greedy."
yeah,
There you go. That's the result.
yeah. But why do you think I give EA as much shit as I do? I never trust that company ever. So
They've released some good stuff.
they've released some good stuff, and then it turns into shit. Apex Legends is the game I would. Come on. But
They are overconfident, man.
yes, they
And
are.
sexism. I mean, it is. Yeah, I feel like it just needs more content. Fortnite wins over, in my opinion, because Fortnite has so much content. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Well, Fortnite's been
To
out
me, that's
much
kind of
longer as
what
well.
did. Yeah, to me, that's kind of is what killed Fortnite, though. Too much content. Like, I don't need an airplane. Why are there airplanes? Not to mention, like, the community. Fortnite community is already toxic.
I don't play Fortnite, so I'm not. Honestly, outside of Apex, I haven't really played any Battle Royale long term. I don't even play Apex anymore, honestly. I don't really like. I'm not really a fan of Battle Royales, personally.
They need to die, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, yeah. If another game says, "Oh, we're adding a battle royale," I'm gonna be like, "Nope."
Well, another game did. Again, I actually like. I don't know if you heard of it. It's called Kurtzpell. WoW fan.
No.
It's an anime, or it's on PC. An anime, I guess you could say co-op beat 'em up.
Yeah.
But the main thing is PvP.
Yeah.
But there's PvE, and they just released the 18 battle. I guess you could say 18 arena mode, which is simply it's not battle royale, but I mean it's basically battle royale.
Get the fuck.
Except
out.
you don't have to run. You don't have to run around and get weapons. You just have your characters and you go about it. But it's 18. It's like a free for all deathmatch, I guess. I sat there, I'm like, you know what? Stop it. Just stop it.
Yeah,
Please.
it makes you want to kick somebody in the penis, like legit.
Okay.
Right
You know
in the
what?
Speaking of anime MMO games, have you heard that Blue Protocol game? Often?
No,
Oh, well, you look it up, sir.
I will look it up, sir. I will look it up.
It finally. Remember how I said anime MMOs? If they just take from FF14 and see what happens, they could maybe succeed.
Yeah.
This one might, and guess who's making it?
Who?
Take one guess.
Sega?
Bandai.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I heard
But-
about that, actually. I thought about it. Yeah.
But it's only so far announced for Japan, which
Yeah.
sucks.
We'll see, sir.
But
We'll
I mean, it's
see.
fine because we get Fantasy Star next year, so all will be right now.
Yeah.
Alright.
But
Plus,
it's time we.
systems aren't region locked.
Oh, yeah, they aren't. But are you going to really pay that much to pre-order a game?
Wait, what?
You pay a lot to get a game from Japan? Because I got Gundam Breaker for $95 when it came out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I paid what, 40 for mine on Amazon?
Yeah, I got it when it first came out.
Oh well, I'm sorry. You gotta play that, sir.
Yeah, we do. My Gundam's been itching for combat to. Anywho, I also haven't played it in like a year, so I don't know. Anywho, moving on, guys. We have to move on to WWE.
Yes, because some of us have to work early in the morning.
Yes, we do. Yes, the fuck we do. First, I want to start off with the positive. The main positive was NXT TakeOver. Did anybody see that shit?
Io Shirai
Is amazing.
I didn't get a chance to see Takeover yet. Nah.
You know who else is
You need to
amazing?
be shot.
Yeah, you do need
Candice
to be
LeRae?
shot. No. You know who else is amazing? Velveteen Dream,
Cole?
Pete Dunne, and Roderick Strong in a triple threat match that literally could have used. I could have watched the whole SummerSlam. The whole SummerSlam could have been them fighting for 6 hours, and that would have been more better than SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch SummerSlam. My favorite part of SummerSlam is Edge.
I mean, that's a lot of people's favorite part. Get ready, Edge, that sweet solid money. It's gonna happen.
Did you guys hear what Edge said as a follow-up to that?
What?
Yeah, he feel like he can do another match.
No.
He said
Because neck is fully
he
healed.
can return to the ring, but WWE officials won't even let him.
Yeah, I wouldn't let him either.
Well,
Nah, but don't worry, the Saudi press will ask for him.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, but moving on, right? What was your non-favorite match? Mine was the Mia Yim Shayna Baszler match. I'm not gonna lie,
Man, that match was boring.
that match was boring as fuck. But the rest of the matches on that card, man, I was at full mast the whole time.
But what was your match?
Adam Cole versus Johnny fucking Gargano.
Mine was Io versus Candice.
You said what?
My match of the night was Io and Candice.
Hey, that match was good. That match was fucking good. But like I said, all 46 minutes of that match between Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano, I was grinning from cheek to cheek. I could not watch it. I was like, oh man, this match. And the way it ended, I almost wanted to tear up. Because I was like, shit, I gotta watch a shitty SummerSlam tomorrow.
And it's funny how people was calling SummerSlam a good show. I'm like, you can't. It's like you had what three matches on that entire show that was even decent. That was the Charlotte Trish.
Hold up, what were you saying, Galactic?
Here's the thing about that. You gotta take it like this. Compared to the product we've been getting, you know, recently WWE has been doing something, like they've been showing some life compared to like what we've been getting.
Yeah.
They've been showing some life, you know?
And that's why people are like saying it's good, but it's not like good as in good. It's good as in like air quotes.
No, people were legitimately saying this was a great show. And I'm sitting here saying 3 segments on a 10-match card does not make this a good show.
No, it does not. That's why
there were good moments. There were good moments. Bray Wyatt was the moment of the night. Seth Rollins and Brock Lesnar was fantastic. And Trish didn't embarrass herself. So, yeah, they were great. They were good moments, but SummerSlam as a whole was boring.
The Fiend, man, I love that woman.
As you should.
Oh my.
I'm gonna have to say
But
that
it doesn't save a pay-per-view.
Yeah, The Fiend
I
was the
need
best
them
match.
to have Undertaker.
This is how he should retire. They need to let Undertaker pass down the mantle. Like, have a whole storyline where Undertaker's teaching him his ways or whatever. That would be great. And then we wouldn't have to see Undertaker anymore.
Oh God, please! But you obviously know it's not gonna happen. You obviously know it's not gonna happen.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
asking.
But let's run down this SummerSlam real quick. Excuse me. Did any of you watch the pre-show?
I
Of
did.
course not.
Okay, so look. That I'm getting sick and tired of Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross being together. I don't know who came up with this idea, but they need to be shot.
I could barely see it because my shit was all. So.
Mine was too, but they need to get shot in the dick. Buddy Murphy is amazing. Okay, let's put that out there.
So I've been hearing.
And Drew Gulak is also amazing. Now let's move on to the main show. Okay, Becky Lynch versus Natalya. Who legit was watching that match?
No, I'll skip through it.
Yeah, I fell asleep. I legit fell asleep at the beginning of the match, and then had to rewind it 3 times because I kept dozing off.
Only to come to find out it was just a setup for Sasha Banks.
Yeah,
Hey man, she's healed. That's all that matters.
Thank
yeah,
God she's here because I'm tired of Becky Lynch. I love Becky, but I'm tired of her.
yeah.
If she doesn't do this, listen.
Hey,
if
wait,
Sasha
hey.
doesn't take the title off of her, I'm done with WWE.
Hey, but did you guys know that Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins are a couple though?
That.
I'm just saying, but did you know that though?
Nah.
I know
Okay.
Becky Lynch and
Not
Seth
common
Rollins are
knowledge.
plowing each other. Yes, I
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Because WWE keeps telling us that. I don't know why, but it's a thing.
They don't do
I
it.
mean, I haven't. Did they say so at SummerSlam? I don't know.
I know,
They
but
dropped that shit right after the Baron Corbin.
they literally dropped that shit after the Baron Corbin match. But before then, every time you saw Becky Lynch, Seth Rollins' girlfriend, or you saw Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch's boyfriend,
Man's man.
the man's man. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, who cares? Anywho, that match is boring as shit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I fell asleep and I almost kept not waking up. Next match, Goldberg versus Dolph Ziggler. Why did I say match? I meant next segment that was literally not a match. Was the Goldberg versus Dolph Ziggler.
Not even broken. Predictable is what I meant to say.
That was so fucking predictable and not funny that I was like, Dolph, seriously, can you just go back to leaving the company, please? Or why did you sign another $1 million contract like a retard?
I feel like, and I just have a hunch here.
Yeah.
Maybe they're setting Dolph Ziggler up for something.
Yeah, you get fired.
Yeah. Because the motherfucker keeps
don't
losing. He keeps
I feel like this is
losing.
going to turn into something.
And I personally feel like they should have definitely kept him with McIntyre. Like that little dynamic they had, that gimmick they had. We're gonna take over everything. I like that.
Yeah. And then he joined Shane like a dickhead. And I was like, this is the worst shit ever.
No one cares about Shane McMahon, but that could segue into the Kevin Owens match.
Actually, we can go and segue to that. That was the next match on the list, but you just jumping around ahead of me, huh, buddy? That match was fucking poor. And it had Kevin Owens lost, I would have been mad as shit. Like legit.
It would have been so dumb for him to lose there. Like, just imagine.
Yeah. And I was like, if the nut kick, if that was brought up the next night and Shane McMahon would let's treat over, like, please, someone use common sense to call him out. God damn it.
You assaulted a referee.
We're gonna have to find you. I'm like, okay.
No one cared.
And that's when he's like, if you hit me, I'ma sue you. I'm like, bruh, you've been hitting me all week. I can beat the shit out of you.
We got to look at the fact that it's like,
okay, these are WWE wrestlers. $100,000 really, like, is that a lot to them?
Exactly. That's why every time like something money wise comes up, I go, really? That's really gonna okay. That's it. But now, the match I was like, kind of like, why did this even have to happen the 5th time? AJ Styles versus Ricochet.
Boy,
Because
money.
they work well together. Sorry about that.
They don't work too well together. They haven't been working well together. Like, the first match was okay, but then it started becoming, like, stale. And I'm like, what if they were in an NXT ring? How much better would they have worked together?
You know, and it's not even because it's them or their skill or nothing. I feel like they could have been great chemistry wise if they were just put in a regular feud without the stupid I need the club to do this gimmick. Like, come on.
Thank
I'm tired
you.
of that happening.
Yeah. So now AJ Styles looks weak.
Yeah, making AJ Styles the man who was
Shitting on you.
not that long ago.
Yeah.
Can't. He can't do everything clean.
I mean, yeah. But the OC, I don't care about the OC. I don't care about freaking Luke Gallows or Carl Anderson anymore. Why would I care?
Only way I care is if they start taking shit over.
Yeah.
Like, I want to see it happen. Stop teasing me like, oh, we can take shit over. You. I'm so scared.
Yeah, I'm like, oh no, what have you guys been doing for years? Oh wait, the old day. Let's not bring that up again. Jesus Christ. Moving on, the next match, Bayley versus Ember Moon. That match was also super fucking boring. Huh?
Missed opportunity.
Missed fucking opportunity. Nah, you're right. You said what?
Ember Moon should have won. I like Bayley. She deserves this or whatever, but Ember Moon would have been a great champion.
But my problem with the match is no one cared about the fucking match.
Yeah, because it's just two characters that are like, oh wait, well,
You've been treated like shit this whole time. No one really has a reason to care for you. So why am I caring for this match?
Yeah, man, I didn't care.
I had more of a care when Edge came out. And Edge hasn't wrestled in how long?
Yeah. Next match I want to talk about was actually a surprisingly okay match. Charlotte versus Trish. Before this match started, I was like, why is it Charlotte versus Trish? But it's whatever. It's whatever. What were your
It's like asking why Kurt Angle went out on Baron Corbin.
I don't want to talk about that nonsense. That match was dumb as shit and a waste of my time. Just like how John Cena proposing to Nikki Bella was also a waste of my time. That I feel like they should have invited me to the wedding because I didn't want my time wasted like that.
yeah, it was so public.
Thank you. That's why I said everybody should be invited to the wedding. But it's no longer happening apparently. So
Apparently.
But
Else?
yeah. Kofi Kingston versus Randy Orton. That match was such a disappointment from a Randy Orton standard match that I was like, why? Why don't you care about this match, Randy? You can always tell when Randy Orton doesn't care about the match. Every
Did you
time.
see the ending? Did you see the ending?
The ending to me didn't make any sense. All he did was look at his kids. What the fuck?
He looked at his wife with those "I'm gonna bang you" eyes.
You didn't even see that from the
in your
angle. You just saw him look at his kids and hold Kofi's hair. And then actually, you know, Kofi gets mad. I was like, I think something was lost in translation. What?
That RKO was beautiful though.
That RKO, Randy Orton could do the RKO. I feel like he could literally run from the front area and just jump and do the RKO. Like he's almost like a missile half the time when he does the RKO, and you don't even see it coming. That's partially due to camera angles, but like half the time he just I feel like this man could jump off the Empire State Building and still RKO somebody
before he dies.
And he still won't die. He just be like, RKO, where did he come from? He came from the Empire State Building, and he just gets up like like what the fuck?
Like the time where he was it a DDT did something with the announce table that led him.
he landed and he got up and he was like, I was like, Randy.
Are you talking about when he fell in the announce table?
Yeah, when he fell inside the hole in the announce table.
Yeah.
That shit was actually...
That was back during the babyface days of Randy Orton. Let's not forget the babyface.
My man laughed and it's like, ha! Like, Randy, clearly you just fucked up, but whatever.
Nah, clearly your leg hurting like shit, boy.
But the next match I want to talk about was quite possibly the best shit of the night to me. That was Bray Wyatt in his ultimate new theme versus Finn Balor, the basic guy, which is weird because I thought it would have been the demon, but that's neither here nor there.
He needs a demon for the Almighty. He didn't need a demon for
the Fiend. The Fiend.
I feel like that whole situation was because the Fiend's on a little streak or whatever. They're saving that for something bigger. Maybe when Finn comes out, I heard he's taking a break, so maybe when he comes from the break, Fiend and him can have a little talk.
Okay, that would be great if him and the Fiend could have that conversation or converse at that time. But that match, I was like, why are you wearing white, Bray? Well, I do like the Fiend's new opening. But if anybody was to complain about the lantern and all that shit, I'd be like, that's not WWE's fault.
Yo, that little the chant they had going on when he was coming out, and the little
wowie.
Yeah. No, the little hurts heel shit going on.
Oh yeah, that shit was sick. Hey, yo, his theme was the thing of the night, man. I didn't even have to see him wrestle. I could turn around and fucking listen to his theme, and automatically that was the best part of the night.
I was kind of mad because when you really look at it, it's technically another Undertaker entrance. But we're gonna about that one.
The fuck is this?
And I was kind of salty not to see him on Raw. Because I wanted to see him.
No. Let's have the Fiend be rare.
No. The Fiend can. I feel like Bray Wyatt's thing is going to be, the Firefly Funhouse
We do all the talking. But we didn't get another episode.
And we don't need to. He just needs to come out randomly. He does not need to do anything. I don't need to see him every fucking day or week or every show. Like, they really don't need to do that. That's how you ruin a wrestler. That's how they ruin Shinsuke Nakamura's entrance. So they ruined Bobby Roode's entrance. Bobby Roode was a hot-ass commodity in NXT. The next thing you know, I heard Glorious every fucking SmackDown and Raw, and it was like, fuck this shit. God damn, that pissed me off.
I don't know. WWE did a good job of making me not care about him at all.
Yeah, that's bad. That's really bad. And moving on to the final match. Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar.
I still, believe it or not, I haven't
watched it. I thought Brock Lesnar was going to sweep this kid.
Yeah.
And when I looked at Twitter and people were like, Seth Rollins wins, I was like, well, they did it. They did it. They made Seth Rollins more broken than Roman Reigns.
Thank you. Now, can I ask you guys a question? Why did a half-beaten, half-injured Seth Rollins beat Brock Lesnar, but Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns fully were good to go, and Kane
guys like Samoa Joe even
couldn't beat him at full health?
Because, ladies and gentlemen, Seth Rollins is the man's man.
Did you know that Seth Rollins is dating Becky Lynch, by the way?
I didn't know that, man. Shit, he's banging it?
Yeah, he is. Yes, I just need you guys to know.
You know what? I said the same thing when that match, But you know what? I'm just going to throw it out the window. You know why? Because in the history of that title, outside of maybe Balor and Seth for the first time, that was probably the best match that title has ever had.
Really?
I feel like there's probably more matches, or
the Kevin Owens Seth Rollins match was fine, but
I'm not gonna say that you're wrong, but I'm also.
Think of the matches the Universal title actually had.
I can't think of all of them.
They were mainly Brock and Joe.
Oh yeah.
Brock and Strowman. They weren't like good matches. They were like 4-minute matches and they're done.
I don't want to talk about any of them.
What
If
a
you
waste
read
Braun
outside
Strowman
of-
has been.
You said what?
What a
outside-
waste Braun Strowman has been.
You both were funny.
Oh, Strowman is. Who?
No, go ahead. What were you saying? Outside.
No, I'm saying outside of the Seth Finn and the Seth Owens match in the cage, every other Universal title match has been garbage.
Yeah, they're all forgetful.
Yeah.
So this is possible. I ain't saying it is. Yeah, I remember those two, and then this one. Everything else was riddled with ban it, and fucking.
I honestly, honest to God, I don't remember any of the matches.
Let's just put it like this: this Brock one is easy. The Brock Seth one that happened is definitely in the top. Well, in my opinion, it's only been 3. It could be debated as the best Universal title match at that company in the Universal titles creation. I don't know.
It's hard to argue.
Yo, you're right. You're right.
Hell, the 24/7 championship has had better matches than the Universal.
Get the fuck out of here. The 24/7 championship has been an embarrassment upon an embarrassment. I would not. That shit needs to stop being on my TV.
And yet it has entertained me more than the Universal Championship.
Which is funny as shit. But that shit has been boring as fuck. And I'm like, I don't really care about what's happening with this championship. Also, moving on from that shit, can anybody explain to me why Braun Strowman is teaming up with Ricochet?
Because they always need to put him with someone tiny.
What?
Yeah, remember Strowman Balor?
Yeah.
Balor Club 2.0?
Strowman, Alexa.
Okay.
Sexual innuendos?
Oh, also, I was very happy that Brock Lesnar was not receiving a rematch at the championship. So, no, I swear to God, if another Money in the Bank happens and Brock Lesnar come out at the last minute, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to find Vince McMahon in real life.
Break his kneecap?
And do what? Kiss him?
No.
Hug him?
I'm going to take...
Congratulate him for being the greatest promoter of all time?
I'm going to take a picture of him taking it up his dusty asshole from Kevin Dunn.
Oh.
And then I'm going to blackmail him to make the show better.
Oh, God.
Why not just...
Blackmail him for money, sir.
No. I'd rather have a good fucking show like NXT, which I heard that he's about to start putting more creative control in. Oh my God, I'm going to throw up. But it's like, what the
Cole's gonna be Michael Cole, little Jim and son, boy.
Actually, I had a secret. What's it called? And Adam Cole's actually my son. I'm gonna be like, cancel the network. I'm out.
Plot twist.
Very much.
Plot twist.
As soon as they said that, it's going to hit the Undisputed Era theme song.
Adam Cole is my father. Is my son. I'm gonna be like, yep. Cancel the WWE network right there. Yep, not watching this shit no more. Good game, WWE. Good game. That's all I want to say.
I feel like they could come back if they just dropped the PG. And, they were allowed to go back to, like, people who could actually spit on the mic.
I'm sorry, John Cena kind of ruined it.
Oh, yeah?
Check it, yo, check it.
Think about it. Who's the face of the PG era?
John Cena.
The face of the PG era?
It's John Cena.
I mean, he's still technically the face of WWE right now, even now.
Yeah, which is weird, but he needs to die. So, I mean.
He's an
respect
actor
that.
now. He did The Way of the Rock.
Yeah.
It's funny how he said all that stuff about The Rock,
And it became exactly what The Rock was. Thank you.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I think he only did it because people keep telling him he needs to let other people in, and so he was like, "Fine,
Yeah,
I'll just become the Rock like you want me to be."
yeah, like he put down his shovel. Was like, okay, gosh, I'll just go ahead and gosh. After he put down the shovel, and his shovel,
He actually apologized to The Rock. Not that he had much of a choice.
He had to. And I also was mad that this nigga got mad. I'm sorry for saying that. I'm also mad that this man got mad, right? That his movie Cock Blockers wasn't getting promoted like how The Rock's movie was getting promoted, which was what was the name of that movie that The Rock was in? That terrible movie?
All of them? What? I didn't say that. I love the Rock.
No, that shitty movie that was based off a video game.
There's Jumanji.
No, the video game.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The Rock was in a movie, a game movie.
Jumanji.
No, that's not a video game, you butthole.
What movie? The only video game movie that The Rock was in was Doom.
No, not that piece of fecal matter from like a decade ago. He recently it was with the monkey, man.
The monkey?
The monkey.
Rampage.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. Jumanji is not a video game. Name a Jumanji video game. What the fuck?
It's a board game.
It's a board game. It's not a video game.
All I know is I didn't see Rampage.
Rampage
I completely deleted it from my mind once I heard the movie team.
Hey, all right, here. All right, I'll help you. Imagine a toilet, right, with a bunch of fecal matter inside of it. That was Rampage. Also, mixing Doom.
Was it better than Doom?
No!
But was it better than Doom?
It looked better than Doom.
I don't want to watch it.
Doom
was hilarious. The Rock came... Dude, that was like The Rock's only villain role.
I need to elaborate. Okay, The Rock actually has good movies.
I mean, he has decent movies.
He has movies, but Doom, like the ones where he's like,
it's not one of them.
No, it's not. The Rock's movies, like the ones that are like him led, are kind of terrible half the time. They're like a mixed bag. The ones where The Rock leads, the one where Rock is starring with somebody, they're more better. Like hell.
To be fair,
what?
If you really think about it, The Rock didn't really become so-called demanding until Fast 5.
Yeah, Fast 5, and then Hobbs and Shaw was okay. Hobbs and Shaw was actually really okay, actually.
But I'm saying, like, he didn't become, like, big until Fast 5. Like, he was big. He was in movies. But he didn't become an action star.
I mean...
I was going to say, it's blasphemy. You lying.
I mean...
Yeah. You're right.
It's like once he did Fast 5, that's when he really got. That's basically took Rock to the next level.
Yeah.
In terms of one thing, I should say.
Fast and Furious. Don't even get started on that because I absolutely hate Fast and Furious. But,
well, those movies are
interesting.
Those movies are false advertisements. Let's just say that.
Technically.
Okay. What are you getting at?
I mean, they're supposed to be about racing, and yet it's not barely up there. You might get one race scene in the entire fucking movie. Here you got people jumping off fountain mountains and shit as if they're fucking superheroes and they survive without a scratch on them. Yeah, Fast and Furious, alright.
Yeah.
How would we just cross them over with the Avengers and call it a day?
Yeah, okay. I literally stopped caring once I saw Dominic lift the car. And I was like, okay, yeah, I'm done. Yeah, this movie...
Matter of fact, let's do Transformers with the Fast and Furious guys as the Transformers. The car.
I think I'm done with the Fast franchise. The Hobbs and Shaw was alright, though. I'm not gonna lie. That was actually okay.
I heard it was garbage.
I heard it was okay. I've seen it. So it was okay! So nah, I'm just messing with you. Alright.
I heard the best part of the whole movie was seeing Ryan. That's all.
Anywho, what was I about to say? There was something that happened on Raw and or SmackDown that I was.
Sasha Banks heel turn.
Yes, Sasha Banks. Besides that, there was something else.
Nothing else happened.
We could talk about
Buddy
that.
Murphy's match with Roman
was actually fucking good. Oh wow, why was that such a shocker to me? Like I don't know why. All right.
Wait, who's match with Roman?
Buddy Murphy's match with Roman was actually fucking good.
You know, I don't be watching these things anymore. I have kind of gave up all hope.
Okay.
You just wait for
Watch
AEW.
the highlights.
I can't wait till AEW comes out on TV and makes WWE have to think about what the fuck they're doing. Because
I'll be watching.
Oh yes.
I was gonna go to the show in DC, but
Yeah, the ticket became it sold out and the tickets became super fucking expensive. So I was like, yeah, no.
Nothing's turned.
Not gonna do that. Oh shit. Oh man. Alright. How do you guys feel about who was trying to kill Roman? Last thing.
at least it's keeping it interesting, I guess.
To me, it's not interesting because at this point, I'm just like, somebody, please stop trying to murder this man.
It's a WWE thing. Like, why do you keep doing this storyline?
When the raffle thing came down, it looked so fucking bad because of how it looked. I was like, why are you showing Roman Reigns walking down the hall? Obviously, something is going to happen. And then next thing you know, it happened, and I was like, that's so stupid.
It's not even that. Did you peep when it was falling?
Yeah.
He did that thing. He braced himself.
Yeah.
He stood back up. No, he braced himself again. I was like, the fact that you stood back up tells me that you could have just, I don't know, backed up. And the fact that you got out of there and there were no fake injuries after that giant metal thing fell on you. Like, what are you, the Hulk? Like, come on.
Yeah, I keep talking to the facilities.
Oh my goodness. That was pretty funny. Because he did fall and then when he almost got hit by the car, clearly he wasn't. When the car hit his car, it hit the back of the car, so it didn't even do anything. I was just looking at the trailer like, what are you fucking serious? Who's trying to murder him? Like, are you trying to murder him or scare him? Pick one. You can't have both. Like, pick one, bro. You look stupid as shit. Holy shit.
It's Aleister Black, low-key saying that.
Hey, if it's Aleister Black, I'm done with life. Because Aleister Black is doing the room thing again. And I was like, why are you waiting for somebody to knock on your door again, man? Stop!
He's gonna be. They're gonna treat him like they're treating Bray Wyatt.
Oh my god!
That's what that is.
That's fucking stupid.
His little knock at the door of crap is gonna be just like Firefly Funhouse.
Oh my god! I can't wait.
Some opponents that are actually like people want to see against Aleister. Like who did he fight last? Cesaro? That was cool.
That was a good match.
Good matches.
But
like AJ.
Yeah, I do want to see him with AJ, but unfortunately WWE is gonna find a way to ruin it, so I don't really care anymore.
Who? With AJ?
Aleister Black.
Who?
Aleister Black.
Who?
The guy in the room.
Oh, that guy. Did someone knock on his door?
No, why are they doing that again? What was the purpose? Like, just fucking put him in.
I thought he was like a fighter, but he's like waiting for people to knock. So, is he like he wants insurance salesman to come to his house or something?
Jesus H Christ, man. That's all I can say.
Knock.
Yeah, that was dumb. No.
That shit was hilarious. I was like, he was like, knock. What the fuck? Stop.
Spitting on the mic.
Yo.
Knock. clown.
I don't want to knock on your door, bro. If you spray him like that.
I'm knocking your door. You got some money?
Yeah. So speaking of that nonsense, he was spitting on his mic though. That man was like, he might as well.
Whoa.
That's why he would have been doing it. That's what he was doing on the mic. You heard it.
No, let's not forget how that promo he did against Sami Zayn, his coffin, that camera angle shot. No, Sammy, that must happen tonight. What the fuck? What's going on? What happened to Aleister Black?
I don't know. That's the problem.
No, Sammy.
I like him.
I like
He
him
just
too.
needs to stop. He just needs to stop
Being a creep?
overhyping or emphasizing. He puts too much emphasis when he speaks. Like, just speak, bro. Your promos would be straight if you just talked. I don't need to hear. Nah. Like, dang.
Like, bro, stop. Just fucking. Just, oh, Lord Jesus.
How about you go sit in the ring and have people come to you from back on stage?
Yeah, have your.
Is everyone excited for King of the Ring?
Have your.
After what happened the last time?
in the ring?
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. But after what happened the last time with King of the Ring, with King Barrett, I don't want to talk about King of the Ring.
Oh,
I feel
hell,
like-
King Barrett.
I feel like if WWE is doing what I think they're doing, and they kind of hinted at it with Booker T. Booker T was like, you know, my pick is Drew McIntyre. If Drew McIntyre wins that King of the Ring, yes, please let it happen and push him harder than you push anyone else in life, because I need to see Drew McIntyre in the title picture. He's been like a crowd pleaser for a long time. Give him a title, please.
That's all I want.
You said give.
Yeah.
I just want you to know, sir, that Jinder Mahal, that's right, Jinder Mahal, was a WWE champion before Drew McIntyre, and was a WWE champion before Sami Zayn has even held one.
Hey, Simon buried himself.
I think I'm gonna
He
throw up.
just pissed off the wrong people backstage.
That being said, I think we should end this podcast because I'm gonna throw up.
Oh, don't throw up. Why you gonna throw up, buddy?
Nah, Jinder Mahal. Oh God. Oh Lord.
Yes, Jinder Mahal.
I don't believe you,
Don't you
sir.
remember?
I don't believe you.
Don't you remember?
All right.
That was a blemish on the record.
Oh yeah, he beat fucking Shinsuke Nakamura. That's the biggest blemish I've ever seen in my life. That's all I cared about.
Oh, he did
my-
more than beat Shinsuke Nakamura. He beat Shinsuke Nakamura twice.
Hey, Darkwave, you're fired from this podcast for the rest of your life. Get out of here.
I'm sorry, everyone. Goodbye.
That being
I'm
said,
sorry.
before I end this podcast, I have codes. I have a lot of codes from Otakon for Hyperdimensions 1, 2, and 3. If anybody watches this podcast, to win one of these codes out of the billions that I currently have here, you just gotta answer one thing. What did I call myself
about
at the
us?
beginning of this podcast? You
What
have
about
one
us?
of
Why
3
can't we
Steam
get it?
codes. Shut up! You have one of 3 Steam codes. Darkwave, I will give you the goddamn Steam code. I will text you the Steam code. You can have one.
Thank you.
I have a billion of these, okay? Literally.
It's
from
the
all
actual
kinds.
game?
Yeah, for Hyperdimension 1, 2, and 3 for Steam. If you have Steam, then yeah, you can have that.
Yeah, I have it on my gaming.
Okay, cool. Well, like I said, if you want one of these codes, and you're not Darkwave or Galactic Carnage,
I want to
just let me know. Okay, I will text y'all the fucking code. Jesus Christ. Both of you will get one.
You have a... Yay, we're special.
No, you're not. You're both ugly as fuck. Anywho, if you want the code, all you gotta do is let me know what I said, who I was at the beginning of this podcast, and you will get a code.
The answer is Wildfang.
Shut the fuck up.
Who were you at the beginning of the podcast?
Hey, that's also not what I said, but you know, I said Wildfang, and then I said something else after. This guy tell me what I said after. Jesus Christ, you both can shut up. Jesus.
What did you say?
I will catch y'all later. Anybody have any last words to say before I roll out?
It's been a real.
Oh, YouTube universe! Don't you dare be sour! Cause for the greatest podcast ever and
Darkwave. I'm gonna punch you in the dick right now. I swear to God.
I was hitting my big.
I will drive to your house in the dick.
It's been real. I'm
Yes,
the
sir.
real Galactic here. You know, Galactic Comics signs off
Yes.
alongside Deathling and Wildfang.
Yes. Shut up. Anywho, yeah, I'll catch you guys later.